Ah, there we go. All right.
There.
Hi. It's finally
Hello.
working. Great. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. And you?
I'm well. A bit tired, but well.
That's good.
So let me just preface the whole interview by saying thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to have a chat with me.
My pleasure. I've got jet lag, so might be sounding a tiny bit tired.
That's fine. I'm just happy we can finally do this. Um,
Absolutely.
and also introduce you, because obviously this is going to be live for viewers. Well, not live right now, but in the future,
Oh,
as Lorne Balfe, Grammy Award winning, Emmy nominated composer. Welcome. Thank you. What I really
thank you
want
so
to do, sorry, what I really want to do is kind of get a feel for your process. So, like you obviously compose for games and movies and a whole bunch of things. And most recently on
much.
Beyond Two Souls, which was more of an interactive movie than a game, I think. So, what I want to know is you get like the stills or the script or the character description, and you sit down and you have to compose something. What do you do? Do you sit down at the piano and like hear something in your head and start composing? How does that process start? Sorry.
I don't think there's no strict plan to any of it, really. I think sometimes you talk to a director or you talk to somebody and they have an idea about, well, they can give you the backstory of the characters and what the plot line is, and then sometimes you get an idea off that, and then sometimes it takes months to get an idea, and there's no one straightforward way of doing it, really.
Okay.
Unfortunately, because if there was, it would be an easy way of planning your week ahead.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not. There's nothing the same. And I think sometimes you can get an idea right at the beginning, and it can be a good idea, or sometimes you can get an idea that can be absolutely horrendous near the end. So it's yeah, it's totally different every single situation.
Okay. Is there any real difference between composing for like a game and a movie, or is it very much like a similar? Obviously, each
That's
movie will
totally
be different, but
yeah. Yeah. No, it's totally it is the same. The only differences are with a game. With a film, I'll probably end up writing about an hour and 40 minutes of music, but with a game, you could end up on 7, 8 hours of music. So that's the main difference. But the thing is, games now are just as visual as
mm,
films, and there's just as many cinematics, especially with Beyond Two Souls. It kind of is. It is a film. So there's no difference in scoring. I think the concept of what game music now has vanished. I don't think you can listen to something and go, well, that's computer game music. They all sound
yeah,
grand, and
cinematic.
could easily be yeah, they could easily be a film or a game these days. So
All right. That brings me to my next question. I don't know. I don't know how much viewers know about composing, but I know that obviously I don't know much. Obviously, you
why not much?
obviously you have like you have a set soundtrack for a movie or whatever. You have limitations. What limitations do you have on time when you're composing for a game or for a movie?
Um, well, a game, just like a film. I, I'm in the middle of a film at the moment that probably won't come out for another year and a bit. So I've got a long year process on it. I've worked on films where I've had 3 weeks to do it.
Wow.
Um, so the timeline changes for everything, and games games because the development is longer. They tend to kind of normally think about the music a bit earlier on than in a film. So you get brought in earlier. A lot of the time with a film, you get brought in near the end, unfortunately, when they're
Mm,
editing it, because it seems to be the last thing they think about. Um, and again you'll get brought in near the beginning of it when they have the designs and the plots of the characters and their backstory all sorted. That's when you get brought in.
Ah, okay. I see. So when you communicate with the how do you communicate with the game designer? Say for Beyond Two Souls. I listened to the soundtrack. It was a whole nother level. But how do you communicate with the game designer? Like he wants a certain thing. How do you know that you're giving him what he wants? When do you
You
present
don't.
to him?
Yeah, you don't really know because the thing is that it's like trying to make a cake for somebody. You think it tastes good, but you might not like the taste of it. So you kind of you've got it's a hard one, and but yeah, if you spend that's why you spend a lot of time talking to them, to the
Alright.
team and the directors, and spend a lot of time talking about what they have in their head. They're not going to musically sing you a piece of music and hum a tune. They're just going to talk about what their point of view is regarding the characters and the story of the game, just as in a film. And the job of a composer is really to try to translate what they're thinking, because they've visually created this world, and the last remaining thing is the musical world. So I think a good composer has to be able to kind of listen to what they're talking about and try to write something that is in their head, which doesn't exist quite yet.
That must be terrifying to present something to someone that like what you said about the cake. It must be terrifying to present what you've written to someone
Yes.
who's spent so long writing something.
Oh no, it's horrible. It's horrible because the thing is that you have this build up, and then you know that on Tuesday you have to present to them. So they're expecting it, and then they come in, and then it can go two ways. They sometimes think that you've saved the project, and then other times they think you're about to ruin it.